Hello and welcome to Matt's Rocks. Today I'm going to do this Brazilian agate. It's an end piece. And I'm just going to make a free-form cab out of it. I'm going to lose a little bit of this tip right down to that where that low spot stops. So just that little bit. It's going to take off that dark pit in the end here. And then I'll cut off the back or grind down the back. I want to see if I can get some of the pattern to come out on the front or on the back too, and see what we got from there. And this thicker band here, you can see the quartz in it. So it's the only one that's got a little bit of quartz, so there'll probably end up being a few pits in that maybe time I get done. I'm going to try to leave, if I can, I'll leave this flat depending on whether I can get any pattern out of here. You can see a little bit of a line right there, but I don't know if that's just a fracture line or what. I don't think it's a pattern line, although it's hard to say. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started on it. And just like the other ones, I'll do the first two wheels, show you the shape, then I'll do the 280 grit, and then show you what I got from there, and then I'll do the last three and show you the end product from there. So let's get started. This may take a while to grind this back down, so I'm going to have to come at least down to that far in order to get this all closer to level. That'll bring it level with this end also, pretty close. And I think I'll start taking the back off first and see what I got. I don't want to take too much off in case I do have to round this side. That way I got enough that I can round both sides about the same or close. Ooh, I got some water lines right there where I'm grinding off. But I don't think they're going to follow through because there aren't any on. There's just a few down here, and that's right up, kind of right above that. I don't know. We'll see. I did show that when it was wet, I don't think. I haven't touched the peice yet, but I may have, I don't know. I don't think so though. You can still see those water lines down there in that orange section on the bottom there, right below my finger. Not get it. I may get some pretty good patterns out of this. I may have to leave a lot of this outside edge more than I want. That pit's pretty deep, so that might end up staying some of it because it comes all the way into right there where my finger's at. See the orange, and that's my outside lines are above that, outside edges of the lines on that side, and I don't want to lose those. Those are, a lot of those are water lines, but not all, and they change from water lines right about here. going to take this to 220 now. I don't want to take the risk of losing any more of this. If you look on this backside, that fortification was coming up through there, and you can see it's got like a little orange line going down one side of it. So I cleared off as much of it as I could. If I cut it down too much more, I'm going to start losing it from here. It's going to start getting shorter. And I haven't messed with this side yet. I'm going to do it on the 220 when I finish up this backside. Let me dry it off real quick. I did come up with some other lines. I don't know how good they're going to show up after it's polished. You can see them right here. And that's another reason why I don't want to go any more on the 80 grit. Try to save as much of those as I can, which shouldn't be hard. That's a lighter agate down there on that lower section. As you can tell from the shadow here, that lighter section comes back to there, but this here should still show up. And it's a little odd shaped on the back, but that is still going to be the back. But there's no orange in these lines on the front. And that's coming. That's the back side of this right here. That's the back side of that. Stop looking over your glasses. Those water lines, that's what that is, the back side of those water lines. And then some of the others up here on the top are bonus lines. Same, coming from the same place though. Yeah, it's from like, it comes up to probably around there. That's probably what these top lines are from, is right in there. And I'm not even showing it to you. But these top lines ought to be probably right in there somewhere, where they're coming from. Okay, let's go with the 220, and I'm gonna go ahead and shut this cameras off and get to work. I'll see you when I get done with the 220 grit and get ready to start on the 280. Okay, I'm back. There it is, my shape. You can see the lines on this end are still here, luckily, on this outside, on this back rounded edge. And here you might be able to see the orange line on the top of that waterline area, or yeah, I guess that is waterline. Yeah, that's all waterline up clear up to here. And there's the other side. Got most of the big white pits off of it. There's some small ones in there, but those will come out in the next wheel. I'm going to show it on this camera. Or up in, there's that orange line. And there's the other lines. Then there's the front, and you can see there's still some little pits and stuff in this, but they're going to be there. That's like a quartz pocket. I don't know if it's one or two lines or just, no, that's a single line with quartz started growing above it before it's filled in to make the next line. The quartz started growing above that line, above this line here, and then it filled into this line here after it had already grown some quartz. Now I'm ready to go to the 280 grit now and finish smoothing this off. I left a flat side around it so that somebody could wrap silver around it. They could wrap it where it come back to the back about so far, all the way around, and then came up above that just a little bit, and that would hold it into the fitting or to the setting. And then you could wear it like this, or you could wear it like this if you wanted. But I think this other side's the better side. I'm sure most everybody else will too. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. And I'll see you when I'm done with this wheel. Let that dry out. I went and ate supper. I should say I went and got me some supper out of the house. Ooh, I may have to fix that chip right there. I didn't even see that till just now. It didn't dry out quick enough. I might have to cut that chip off of there. Didn't go all that deep. I knew I still had some on the edge, but those will come out with this next wheel. I'm gonna have to drop back a wheel and get that off of there real quick. Okay, I'm back. There's my shape. And I've got it worked on the 280 grit. It's a little shiny, but the back seems to be softer than the rest of it. It seems to be cutting that 280 grit seems to be cutting it worse than, or quicker, and getting soft spots out of there. So I'm going to take it to the 600 now so that I don't mess it up anymore. I don't want to have to try to take out rogue 280 grit scratches that are deeper than they should be. Because that seems like that's what it's doing. I've got a couple pits on the back of there yet, but I think they'll work out. And I may have just got those too, working it on that 280 grit. But we'll get it taken care of. There it is. Wipe my fingerprints off of it. There it is on the other camera. And there's the back. Got some other pits and fractures on the back and all that, but I don't want to lose that little orangish red line up on the top of that. Actually, it goes from here forward. I think you can see it. I'll find out when I edit it. But anyway, let's go ahead. Oh, let me not blind y'all. Of course, it wouldn't have blinded you on the other one, just this one over here. Okay, I'm gonna get started on the next wheel. I'll get back at you when I'm finished with it. Guess I'll spray these felts. Helps get the water started, helps spread it out across the whole wheel rather than just leaving it in the middle or wherever it's ground through the pad, because you can see pretty much wallered it out. Okay, I'm back. There's the stone. Let me get some fingerprints off it. Took it to the cerium or aluminum oxide also. These ones with this quartz in them, it's got that foggy look at the center. You know, white, foggy, I can't hardly keep a hold of it. This part in here, that's got a lot of quartz in it. And it looks cloudy no matter what you do, most of the time. But if I take it to that aluminum oxide on the flat lap, it gets a heck of a shine on it. There's the back side. It'll be hard to get the light on that one because it's so rounded. And I'm looking over my glasses again. If you see me doing that, reach out and slap me, will you? This part up here, right there, is part of that water level band with the quartz in it. So it's kind of a little bit on the dull side. And then I'll go, okay, more fingernails, or more fingerprints. I just got finished using that machine. My fingers should have been dry and clean. And this one here, you can see the, right in there, that one's cloudy too. Hey, wow. I wonder what that reflection's of in there. I can see it, but I can't tell. Oh, that's the back wall maybe. Oh, that's the camera. That's my see how big that monitor is on this camera? It's a lot bigger than the other one was. Okay, now let me show it to you on this one. Over here. Where it'll be. This part here just tickles the crap. The tickles me to death. Let's put it that way. No, now I got powder on it. No, now I got powder on it. That's zoomed in. No, it ain't either. I thought it was zoomed in all the way. That's zoomed in all the way. All the little eyes down here at the bottom. And that's the face. That's the flat side. You can see all the lines in there. All these water level bands here, and then your regular fortification bands around the outside up here. And then you've got a little bit of turtle back down here. And you got some more water line here with a couple of eyes, 3 eyes, almost 4. But when you turn it around, look what you've got. Here, I didn't think that was going to look very good at all. Look at all that red in there. You got water level bands here. It looks like kind of looks like a galaxy of some kind. Kind of neat. You can see those eyes on the bottom down here. 1, 2, 3. Then there's 2 little ones there. And then up here you've got some little eyes with inclusions in through it. Then there's this little fracture that kind of looks like a fingernail moon. I think that's pretty neat. I like that. I like that a lot. Oh, that's a fracture on the edge. I thought I had all those out, but I'm not going to go back to it. And also, what I didn't show you, I'll have to show this one up this way, I think. Well, you've got lines. I don't know that I'm going to be able to see those on camera. You got the water lines here with that red band going through it. But then you remember me showing you the water lines down here on this side. They're kind of almost not there anymore. Let me take my hand out from behind that. I don't think that's helping. Let me unzoom it a little. I don't know if you're going to be able to see them. They just look so dark from here. I got every light in the place on. They're still there. You can see them. You got to kind of turn the reflection away. But they still come across swooping like this. That's more of those water level bands. And then down in here, there's also more of them. And then this big pocket that looks kind of like this center here with all the quartz in it. But it's a nice looking agate. Of course, I'm partial to agates. It looks like there's planets here. It's neat. I like this. And I didn't think I was going to be able to get this to come out very good at all, because these bands here were just barely showing up. And the ones that were in here were real white. These ones were real white because they had a lot of quartz on the outside edge of it. And the more I ground on it, they finally got shiny. But you can just barely tell that they're there. I don't know if that's going to help or not. Let's try that other light. It's a good looking agate. I like this agate. It turned out better than I thought it would. I kind of like it. But I've always liked agates. I've only been doing this for 5 years now, I think, about, off and on. First 2 years, 2.5 years weren't all that on. Because I started out cheap buying a $300 flat lap and a $150 saw, I think. It might have been 300, but it was just a little 6-inch saw. And no, it was a 4-inch saw, Chinese saw. Stood on a pedestal about this big, cast iron, and it quit on me before the fire even. And so that's when I figured out you get what you pay for. So you may be better off getting something a little bit more expensive. You don't have to go for the top of the line. Although I wish I would have on this. I wish I'd have gone with an 8-inch flat lap or 8-inch cabin machine with wider wheels on it, so that I could work bigger stones. But I'll have to get, and I think what I'm going to do is get me a 4-wheeled 3-inch wide 8-inch with collapsible wheels on them, expandable wheels they call them, and you just put a belt on it and when it starts spinning, there's little things like little ribs like this on the side of the wheel back in here, and when it starts spinning, that expands the wheel and it makes that belt snug tight against the wheel, and you can get all different kinds, but they don't cost you $140 a piece like these do. 149 actually, I think, or 147, something like that. But anyway, what are you doing? Oh, okay, it was the other one that was shutting off. This one was, heard that beep, beep, beep. I forgot I'd shut the record off on the other camera. This one was blinking. I thought it was about ready to shut off on me. So I had to talk to it. You got to talk to these things or they just don't work right. They know what you're saying, I can almost bet. They just don't listen or don't follow your advice. But anyway, stay tuned for this one. It'll be up next Friday, the Friday after this coming. Yeah. And I'll see you on the next one, and you guys have a good day.